I stopped him. Now, from another universe, via boom tube comes Wallace Ryan, host of In the Library of Graphic Literature. Yay! Oh, that was a lengthy introduction there by Soft Superman there. Oh, yeah, I seem to have misplaced my stop. My co-host for this week. I don't know where I left him to. You know, he was supposed to be here, but what are you going to do? Well, anyway, this is a best of 2018 episode, so without further ado, just because there's a lot of books here for this year, we're going to get right into it. Let's see, let's start out with, of course, from, actually, this is this week, anyway. House of Secrets from DC, some great classic stuff from E.R. Cruz, Alex Nino, Redondo, all the greats of the 70s mystery stories. Definitely a must get. Okay, let's move this in a bit here now. Okay. Oh, and of course, Clyde fans. I'm still in the middle of reading this, but I'd read most of it when it was in single issue form, but it just looks so cool. So this is actually in my reading stack as we speak. But great stuff from Seth. Great. And I love the box set, the die cut. Great comic. So, and a must-have for any graphic literature collector. Oh, let's see. Now, let me get through. Oh, actually, here's a nice one here. This Marvel horror, which contain like the Run of the Zombie and some great art from all around. Some cool Gene Colan stuff. But yeah, just a lot of great stuff from the early 70s from Marvel. Let's see, okay.
Ugh.
Oh my god! Oh jeez! Oh my god, it's Dennis Osbourne, my guest. I thought I'd lost you for sure.
I've been here for days.
Oh no! Oh good lord! Well, hey, welcome aboard.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Fresh from Thursday Comics is our, just in case that's blocking.
Still blocking.
Is Dennis. Well, Dennis, glad to have you aboard.
Thank you.
So I got a bit into it there, and
We'll continue?
Yeah, I figured let's get to it then. Well, hey, you have one there. You have a go
I
at
got a
it
couple
there.
here, so we'll start off. I'll let you hold it.
Okay.
This is just paperback, but we figured Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham.
Oh, definitely.
Obviously, this was published because of the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah.
But you don't see much of the Star Comics line getting published by Marvel anymore. It's funny and it's silly and it's a classic cartoony read. And I was super excited to get this over just about anything this year.
Oh, go ahead.
It's a fun little collection.
Oh, okay.
And it's something different to have on the shelf.
Well, hopefully maybe if they do it in hardcover, I'll get a shot at it too.
Right.
Oh, and
I'll
this
recommend
is,
another one.
Oh, yeah. This is the Amazing Spider-Man by J. Michael Straczynski.
Right, so this is the start of his run on the title in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Couple key issues. You get the 9/11 issue.
Okay.
Issue 36, which is just a phenomenal story.
Okay.
And it starts the whole Spider Totem era.
Yeah.
And the multiple Spider-Man, which kind of is a precursor to the Spider-Verse, because it says there were multiple Spider-Man, and he's part of a history totem, and they introduce Morlun, which is the main villain in Spider-Verse and stuff like that. So it's a very key item. Volume 2 is actually due out in 2020.
Okay.
So,
sweet, okay. What do you got next there?
A couple of random digests that came out.
Oh, yeah.
This is Adventures of the X-Men and Adventures of Spider-Man. Reason I recommended this is because of the Disney Plus edition.
Yeah.
Which now includes X-Men and the 90s Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
What a lot of people don't know is the Adventures of X-Men and Adventures of Spider-Man series are in continuity stories in those universes.
Oh, okay.
So people who were looking for more X-Men 92 more Spider-Man 94 series,
Oh, okay.
you're getting additional content set in that universe.
Oh, okay.
So if you watch Disney Plus and you're watching those two series, that is something to keep an eye on.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Something totally different. There's about 3 volumes released of each so far.
Sweet.
And
Okay.
they were published in mid-90s, 94, 95.
Yeah.
A lot of them in magazines that are very rare. Well worth
Okay.
pick up.
Okay, sweet.
My final one that I brought
Whoa.
is, I'll let you hold on to that one.
Oh man, this is a heavy duty. Oh wow.
So that is Jim Lee XXL, X-Men.
I love these big books that Marvel's been doing. I got the Marvels one over there.
There's another one down here.
Yeah, underneath. Now the Marvels one, that also came out this year too,
It did,
didn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
We can include that one.
Yeah.
I was really excited for this one because the classic Jim Lee X-Men stories, mostly from the X-Men 1. What I was worried about is when they started republishing this era, they were doing recolored artwork.
Okay.
Modern. So if you turn it around, you'll see a version of that, the recolored, which is still gorgeous, but
Yeah.
it's not the original.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were worried that this was going to be the art style inside.
Yeah.
But no, it is the original coloring,
Coloring, yeah.
which made it a must-buy. So
Yeah, yeah. It's that's what I prefer too, to see the original, because it was, I mean, it was drawn with that coloring intended. So, okay. Here.
definitely must own. So I'll put this back.
Okay. You have a go. I'll let you
All right.
pick from the stack there now.
I will pick a couple of Brubaker books.
Excellent. Okay.
This is Bad Weekend and My Heroes Have Always Been Junkies. My Heroes Have Always Been Junkies is an original story by Brubaker and Phillips, who
Okay.
have done Criminal, Fatale, Kill or Be Killed.
I think we even have a criminal
Fade
in the
out.
stack.
Bad Weekend is from their new Criminal relaunch. They kind of pasted together the short stories and all the issues, and they published this one as well.
Okay.
They're not oversized, they're standard size, but it's a new trend they're doing. I think they had one pulp coming out in 2020,
Okay.
so
yes,
that's
yes.
another must-buy.
Okay.
I buy everything by Brubaker anyway,
Oh yeah.
so
Oh yeah. Yeah. Me too. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Good choice there. Oh, of course, this is one for both of us. I think Immortal Hulk. I think we both. Well, I bought this just to catch up on it, right?
definitely.
You know,
So,
I was behind, but wow, this. I mean, that's some Hulk, isn't it? Right?
and it was one of those series that didn't come out with a lot of fanfare,
Yeah.
and it did the right thing and it built an audience.
Oh yeah. I've seen
And-
it happen in the store, going from a couple of issues. Next thing is just like getting a stack
And
of
it's
them.
one of those word-of-mouth titles.
Yeah.
And I think now, last couple of months, it outsells Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
When was the last time Hulk was a key Marvel comic?
Long
time
ago, right? But he's sort of been steady. Oh, here's one for you, because I know you. This is one of my favorites too, actually.
So, this is the Roy Thomas and Neil Adams. This is the Gallery edition. This collects their entire run. This, I'm pretty sure this ends when X-Men was cancelled.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you hit the reprint issues.
Yeah.
But I know I've had a look through it. The art is gorgeous.
Yeah.
But this contains your favorite Sentinel story.
Yeah.
You're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which-
Without doubt, the Adams story is my favorite Sentinel.
Yeah. And we were both talking about it and wondering whether it was worth getting or not, because I have all the omnibus and I
Yeah.
have the collections. And we both decided together that it was a must-buy, and then we both pre-ordered it, basically. So
Yeah. And it was nice to see it in a big size.
Yeah.
Just great artwork, just a little bit bigger. So, do you want to? You can do that. The crime one there.
So, I own probably one volume of every one of the EC archives, but the one I wanted the complete collection of was crime suspense stories.
Okay.
I love crime noir stories.
Me too.
I love EC Comics, so it kind of made a fit. My favorite issue was this one here, 22, which is the famous
axe in the head.
axe and holding the decapitated head of his girlfriend or his wife.
Yeah.
That was the issue used during the Frederick Wortham report and was considered the reason why comic books contribute to juvenile delinquency. And that was the issue that they used specifically, and that cover. And so it is a part of history.
Yeah.
Because that caused the whole downturn in the 50s and the almost killing of the industry.
Yeah.
Was that one cover
Yeah, and
that
then
was used.
onto the Comics Code Authority and
And all that. So.
yeah, from there. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, we got the Bronze Age omnibus, the Kirby one from the 70s, which I love because I mean this the Atlas story I always liked in the days of the mob. Now, of course, I still got the entire black tie editions, as I call them, up there, which has a lot of these in them, but the Cobra one, I don't think, the Cobra one didn't have. So it's just like, gotta have that, right? And come to think of it, all the rest of them I do have. But it just looks so cool.
And all the spines are fantastic.
Yeah.
The 3 different colors. They look great on a shelf. So.
Yeah, and just had to. It was just like, okay, with that one I don't mind splurging a little bit more and getting, just especially getting the Cobra, because that was the one I wanted to get. That it was just like, there's no other way I'm going to get it if not. Of course, there's Saga. And there's not much more we can say about Saga, but you got to buy it.
That's the 3rd deluxe hardcover, so.
Oh, here we go.
So, House of X powers of 10. This is the Hickman taking over the X-Men franchise.
Yeah.
To a lot of acclaim.
Yeah. I love it. I'm almost finished it there now, according to my book. Right?
Since Disney took over Marvel, X-Men has kind of laxed a bit because they didn't have the rights to the movies and everything. And it never really got the love it has from this 70s to early 2000s, when it was the comic book that carried the industry.
Yeah.
For several decades. Hickman took it back over. He made it a key essential title.
Yeah.
And a top tier Marvel title again.
Yeah, it was great to see, and it was good to see Marvel sort of getting a boost back up like that too, right? But yeah, definitely, I love this too. Yeah. I'm almost finished, but I love it.
And you got the comic store exclusive.
Yes.
Dust jacket as well.
Yeah.
Which you don't have here because we were reading it.
because it's on my reading stack. Okay. Oh, this one I'll leave to you because I know you're a big fan of.
So we got Kill or Be Killed by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. This is a hefty deluxe hardcover compared to most of them.
About halfway through. But I'm loving it.
You love the premise. You expected a similar crime story, but kind of has a bit of a dark twist to it, and a bit of like a, say, demon aspect.
Yeah, it almost has like a little bit of every one
supernatural
of his other ones. Yeah.
Which is really nice. So we just finished this run. This is complete now.
Yeah.
And it goes on the shelf next to Criminal and Fade Out and Fatale
and not Jewel. Velvet.
And Velvet. And
I was about to say Suede.
So,
okay, yeah, but yeah, okay.
Another highly recommended one.
Definitely. Okay, and
I'll let you talk about this one.
Oh yeah, this is one of my. As a matter of fact, you alerted me to this, and I did pick it up, and I'm glad I did because there are some pages in this that aren't in any other edition, and I just love the slip case and how it comes apart in 2 pieces. But I also love the cover. I love that. But yeah, it's. I mean, the ink color was alwaals one of my favorites, and I mean the coloring is still more or less the same and all that. So you can't have enough inkles, I guess.
That's right. Right. So I own the original Epic paperbacks. I own the original hardcover. There was an updated hardcover. Now I own the slipcase.
Yeah.
So you just buy any version you get.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Because I do have one other version too, besides this, and that's. What to do with the? Here we go. But yeah, and I love this type of thing. It just it just looks so cool.
And they're all numbered on the inside.
Oh yeah, that's right. This was a numbered edition too, wasn't it?
So.
Okay.
All right.
Now
we're getting a bit more open space
here
here now.
Now we can see through.
So, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 4, Omnibus. This is Stan Lee and Jerry Conway, but you're getting Romita's art. You're getting Ross Andrew and Gil Kane.
Yep.
3 main story arcs you're getting in this. You are getting the Death of Gwen Stacy.
Okay.
Which is a seminal story arc for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You're getting first Punisher issues. And you're getting kind of the rise of Harry Osborn becoming the Green Goblin as well.
Yeah.
And finding out that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. And
this is the first ones too, where Ross Andrew does start to take over, because he's very underrated. I kind of liked his Spider-Man. He had like a dash of Romita in him somehow.
A little bit, yeah. Him, Romita, and Gil Kane together were fantastic.
Yeah. And
they were kind of rotating for a little while.
Yeah.
But they all had a very similar style, so you didn't get a sharp contrast to turn people off.
Yeah.
They were working very consistent, so.
Yeah. So definitely a good one. Oh look, speaking of seeing how we were talking about Moebius. This, of course, this is the, and I did have one other copy of this, but when I heard out that they were doing a bigger version, because of course Moebius' work just looks so good when it's done slightly bigger, and I mean the printing, of course, was adds to it, because I mean the original series when it first came out in comic book form, it was on newsprint that really blotted out a lot of the fine work and all that.
Right.
And it was when they put out that pink hardcover edition years ago that I bought at the time, because I knew when I see it, it's just like, okay, I bet you, because it's printed on good paper. And it really was. It made the world of difference, right?
I bought my first version was the Marvel Premiere Classic.
Yes.
They released that. That was one of my favorites. So.
And actually, there was 3 more, and it's funny because, of course, got you to get these for me. These 3 ones from Moebius Productions, which at the time weren't available. So, but they're no longer in the mail, and you hand them over to me. The next thing I see them being solicited in dime.
Of course.
But I didn't care. I had them then. So there was the Fun of Mars, La Major, and 40 Days, which is really cool, right? Okay, go ahead. Next.
I'll get you to talk about this one because you actually just got this one today.
Oh yes, this is straight out of the mail. This is Mutant World. This is a classic series by Jan Strand and Rich Corbin, and he has I think it's his daughter who's doing the Beth Corbin Reed, which I assume sounds like is a relative anyway, but yeah, I like this because it's the original version. I mean, especially this page, for instance, I'll see the original version when this was printed originally. It was on a heavy newsprint that really seemed to suck the life right out of it. So it was cool to see this come out in a cool edition that you could really appreciate his work, right? So this is definitely, and this is a Kickstarter. So, and that's the great thing about Kickstarters, which we'll talk about later. They did put out a few good comics this year. Okay, next for you. Oh, that's okay.
That's fine. Mr. Miracle by Tom King.
Oh yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah.
So definitely highly recommended. It was one of my favorite comics of 2018.
Yeah.
And then the hardcover came out. Now the hardcover is direct market exclusive.
Yeah. I love that too. I think they should do more of those, right?
I think there was just paperbacks in the other stores, but this was such a highly recommended book.
Yeah.
12 issues. They're now launching in 2020 Strange Adventures with Adam Strange.
Okay.
Which is another highly recommended series I definitely pick up. And Tom King is getting a lot of flack for his Batman run throughout the year and everything. I love Tom King.
I do.
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So.
We love you, Tom. Okay, what else we got there? We got the Ditko, and you can grab that one there. Let's do the side by side Ditko, because they're both nice blue ones. The Ditko one and the third one is coming out, or second one is coming out soon. Yep. The sort of cousin to the Kirby Monster Buses,
yes.
Right? So it was great to see them continuing, because I mean I almost died when they canceled the Marvel Masterworks Atlas line, right?
And I'm loving now they're collecting almost the forgotten eras. With the time of these greatest, you're getting all the 40s comics. Yeah. Now you're starting to get the monster comics from the 50s. Yeah. You're getting the mystery comics from the 50s. Yeah. Now, if they ever publish some of the romance and they do the westerns from the 50s, which I would love, the westerns. Yeah. Right? And it's a key part of that era when superheroes were popular. It was westerns for a few years.
And they had some good stuff. Oh, this is volume 3. I had volume 4 somewhere, but I think volume 3 came out this year anyway. But if not, we'll pretend this is well, let's see here. Yeah, this was 2019 anyway. This was one of my favorite from this year, for sure. Harrow County, great book. I'm almost finished. I'm through. That's volume 3. I'm through that. I'm actually halfway through volume 4, so I'm hoping soon. And back to Kickstarters.
So, it's a Jim Starlin's Dread Star.
Yeah.
This was a Kickstarter this year.
Yep.
And you ended up getting the 3 volumes.
Yep.
and a ton of bonus material, a bunch of prints and stickers and
yeah.
bookmarks, and you were very excited
Oh yeah,
for this run. So
well, I mean, this one's especially this issue, which started way back with the epic stuff and the right from the start into the color stuff, and then on into the black and white graphic novels that he had out. Yeah. That and then on into the actual series itself, the epic series, which continued in the standard form. But I love this storyline. It's one of the '80s great stories, I thought, right? Because this is just after Warlock, so I always thought Starlin was at the height of his powers for this, right?
And so now, if you were looking for it, he actually does have a small few quantities available on his website.
Okay.
You can buy 1, 2, or 3, or the entire set. So people that missed out on the Kickstarter, he did post it a while ago. He does have a few extra.
Okay.
Go on his website and you can order them free.
Excellent. I love
by ordering on Kickstarter, you got the bonus material and you got it well ahead of anyone.
Yeah.
So now I'll let you talk about.
Oh yes, this is the year. I mean, they put this out years ago too, but I mean it's sold like crazy. It had a very low print run, so it was gone like that. And then when they started the Kickstarter for this, it was just like, oh, gotta get this, and because and the main reason was I didn't think this would make it through to the comic book stores,
right?
Because I mean it was only 1,000 or something of this too, or,
very limited run.
So it was just like
Abstract Studios.
Yeah,
I think if you go to their website,
yeah,
there might still be some available there. So
yeah, but one of the classic series from the 90s, right?
Good Terry Moore.
Yeah, love this stuff. And
I'll take that. I'll lay this down because we're going to grab that big one again.
Okay.
So this one.
Oh yeah. Okay. I always forget about this one.
Well, it is a coffee table book, so
yeah.
It stays on the coffee table. Fantastic Four, Behold Galactus.
Yeah.
Giant oversized book. It's oversized Kirby.
Yeah.
So what's really not to love? And you're getting the classic 48 to 50. You're getting the Galactus trilogy.
Yeah.
Which is key issues, but you're also getting several issues by John Buscema, and then you're getting the Galactus issues by John Byrne.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're getting oversized John Byrne art, you're getting oversized Buscema and oversized Kirby.
Yeah.
And pretty much one of the first continuing story arcs in Marvel Comics history, which was 48 to 50.
Yeah.
3-issue span.
Still one of my favorite stories. I can remember when I first read it as a kid. It was just like, good Lord, this story is fabulous. Here, pass me that. Actually, I'm going to put that over here on this stack here. Okay.
Yeah, we got a couple more.
Okay, go for it.
So I'll let you talk about that one.
Oh, this is, of course, from Rusty Brown, Volume 1 from Chris Ware. And this, of course, is on everyone's list this year. But, I mean, great. Ware just has great storytelling and dense books. Like, you can tell that this is going to take you probably a week or so to read, to say the least. But there's just something fascinating I love about him. Definitely one of the preeminent artists today. Okay.
And finally, now, this isn't just all of our favorite books. We left out a ton.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of independents.
Yeah.
A lot of Marvel, a lot of DC. We're limited to about 25 minutes, so we kind of picked our favorites.
Yeah.
Savage Sword of Conan, but every Conan omnibus was released this year.
Yeah. So, and I would include, I mean, we put this just as a placeholder.
Just as a placeholder.
But every one of them I would include, because even though the book isn't this, I'm actually reading through the second one too, right?
Perfect.
And the first one of the regular series.
In our very first best of, maybe 2017, 2018 video we had what we would like to see, our favorite upcoming books.
Yeah.
We would just want. And we both wanted a complete collection of Marvel's Conan.
Yeah.
But we're like, well, Dark Horse has the rights, we're never going to see it, but this is our most wanted book.
Yeah.
2 years later,
boom. And especially the Savage Swords, I've been dying to read these for years, because I love that. I love the Savage Sword in the magazines when I was younger. So I snapped when when I seen they got the rights, I knew that they would probably do this, right? It was just like, yeah.
And they put out basically 4 volumes, 2.
Yeah. And I like that.
Two.
Yeah, I like that. Well, geez, we went through a nice stack anyway, and I think we covered, a lot of the best from.
Just some of our favorite reads.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable, so.
Yeah, and stay tuned, of course, and check out our Thursday Comics podcast, which is going to be Well, I'll let you can give the...
Yeah, it's just going to be a generic topic, not about any real books in particular. Just what we loved about collecting comics and what we didn't like about collecting comics for basically the entire decade.
Yeah. And then after that, we'll be coming up on New Year's Eve. We'll have, which we will film later. We're going to have a special decade, look at that decade too.
And that'll be our favorite books of the decade.
Yeah.
And we're just going to haul basically this room apart.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of books over the decade.
Yeah.
So there's good variety between the library videos and then through the podcast.
Yeah.
So, and then in 2020, first video and first podcast, we're hoping to do a full list of our upcoming 2020 solicits and all the books we are excited to see that have been solicited for that year.
Yeah, another great crossover between the library and
Thursday Comics.
Anyways, that's it for now, and let's let the boom tube suck us away. Oh my God, it's pulling me this way. Ah! Okay, I'll get the camera.